To access bone conduction device verification capabilities in Speechmap, right-click the mouse to raise the home prompt and select Speechmap from the main menu under Test Box. Bone conduction devices are verified in Speechmap with the use of the Verifit Skull Simulator. This optional accessory was designed to support accurate and efficient objective verification of bone conduction hearing devices. Support for softband device verification and the use of traditional bone conduction device thresholds is now available through the inclusion of the DSL BCD 2.0 formula. For detailed measurement positioning, please refer to the Verifit Skull Simulator setup video and quick start guide at audioscan.com. First, select BCD from the instrument type list. This will clear any previous Speechmap measurements made on air conduction devices and set the system to measure in dB force level. Select Audiometry. Choose the desired fitting formula targets. Select from DSL BCD 2.0 Adult or Child and DSL BCD 2.0 Adult Noise or Child Noise. Or alternatively, select None. Adult or Child determines the prescribed sensation level of targets, with child targets being higher. Noise targets are designed to emphasize listening comfort in noisy situations. Next, select Age to determine the skin transmission loss correction between standard bone conduction audiometry and in situ dia-level audiometry. Select the device that is being verified. DSL BCD 2.0 utilizes the BCD device model to incorporate device-specific performance variables, such as maximum force output, that are required by the formula when generating fitting targets. Select Connection to specify how the BCD couples to the patient's head. For percutaneous fittings with an osseointegrated abutment, select Baja Connect if fitting a cochlear device and abutment if fitting an Oticon Ponto device. For transcutaneous fittings via a headband, softband, or surface attachment, select Baja Softband or SoundArc for cochlear devices, and Softband for Oticon Ponto devices. Next, select the transducer used to measure hearing thresholds. In situ represents hearing thresholds measured via the BCD and the manufacturer's software. For Baja Connect or abutment selections, in situ hearing thresholds are required. Softband or SoundArc connections can alternatively use dBHL bone conduction audiometry measured using a bone oscillator, for instances when in situ thresholds cannot be measured. Select HLBC for standard bone oscillator thresholds, HLBC VRA CPA for visual reinforcement or conditioned play bone oscillator thresholds, and select ABRBC, EHL, or ABRBC NHL for bone oscillator thresholds measured via ABR. Next, set whether the fitting is binaural. Setting binaural to yes adjusts targets for binaural summation effects. Note that this option is not available for DSL BCD 2.0 Child or DSL BCD 2.0 Child noise targets. Select the checkmark to continue to hearing threshold entry. In situ BC dia-level or dBHL audiometric thresholds via a bone oscillator can be entered by clicking on the graph area or by using the on-screen keyboard, depending on how thresholds were measured and the previous transducer selection. UCL entry is for bone conduction responses and is not required. In cases where the UCL is not entered, the UCL asterisk will represent the maximum force output of the selected device. The copy button can be used to transfer data to the other ear if desired. Select the checkmark to continue. Hearing thresholds and MFO/UCLs will be plotted on the Speechmap graph for measurement, with the abutment connection on the Verifit Skull Simulator. Rather than the familiar SPL scale, the graph area follows a force level FL scale. Speechmap verification follows the same procedure as with air conduction instrument type in test box mode. Click on one of the play buttons beside Tests 1 through 4 and choose the desired input signals and levels from the dropdown. If verifying to a fitting formula, you will need to select a calibrated speech stimulus option, such as Speech Standard Female or ISTS, for targets to appear. Select Record to capture the test. FL LTAS targets will be displayed for calibrated speech stimuli at each selected presentation level, as well as FL REAR 90 targets for the MPO stimulus. For more information on bone conduction device verification procedures in Speechmap, please refer to our Speechmap screen tour and the Verifit2 user guide.